Hi, I'm Anna. Welcome to my gym. We're here to teach you all about fitness and nutrition and some mindset. I run this place with all of my brothers and sisters who you maybe saw some of them coming in. So we will start today by introducing you to all of them. This is Julia. She is our operations manager, and she keeps all of our members in line by threatening them with late fees that are sometimes deserved.
Oh my gosh, Anna. Let me do my own introduction, please. I am Julia. I do sometimes give late fees, but only when people 100% deserve them. And people think that I'm a scary person, which I don't really understand because I am not scary. Lies. I'm not scary at all, and I'm never trying to be scary or intimidating, except for when I designed and created a haunted house on one half of our gym. Then I was trying to be scary. But aside from that, I am never attempting to be scary whatsoever. I'm actually very nice most of the time, and I'll be your friend, probably. But in all seriousness, I do pretty much everything behind the scenes, and basically this place would go to the pits without me. So, you're welcome.
This is Rhoda. She's really strong. She's that person who is warming up with my one rep max, and it's pretty depressing. She could also beat up pretty much anyone in the gym, but she probably won't because she's really nice.
And I first realized just how nice she is when she was staying with me out at my house in California, and she had gone out for a walk. And when she came back, the front door to the house was open. So naturally, she's scared to death because there wasn't supposed to be anyone there. She goes inside, and instead of grabbing, a knife from the kitchen or maybe one of our pool cues, she grabs her hairbrush because logically, if there was someone hiding in there waiting to kill her, she wouldn't actually want to accidentally hurt that person.
In any case, Rhoda's one of the nicest people at our gym, and she is our head coach. She does all our programming, and she's pretty much an expert on everything movement. If you want to learn how to snatch, or how to walk on your hands, or how to rehab your knee, or anything along those lines, she is your person. This is Nathan. You'll probably always refer to him as Nate, but I refuse, and I will always call him Nathan, so get used to it. He was actually Tarzan in another life. He's been here since the beginning, coaching in a lot of classes and basically making the rest of us feel bad about ourselves because if only we could all have a six-pack like that. This is Abby. She's our baby sister, and she is way cooler than the rest of us. She plays volleyball at Concordia, and she's the one who's usually behind the camera, except for in this clip, of course. She is the person who makes all our super cool videos.
And this is Mickey. He is Julia's husband, so he's not actually related to the rest of us. But he fits in great. He's one of the coaches here at Sheyenne River CrossFit.
This is Luke. Luke is Anna's son, and you'll see him around the gym quite a bit. I am also his favorite aunt. Ask anyone. He's very cute and a future CrossFit athlete.
And this is Sheena. She is the gym mascot, and she might possibly be the reason why some of our members come here. I don't know. She loves everyone, and everyone loves her.
Bonus! Here's a fun fact about Anna. She's super short. Despite being the oldest, she's also the shortest. Moving on.
So I was the first of our family to start CrossFit. I started back in, I think it was 2012, out in California, and I'd heard about it in the military. I'd had some people try to get me to come do it because I was in pretty good shape, but I never did until I got back and moved out to California, and then I started at a gym out there. So I remember when I started, one of the coaches, I went through like a beginner's on-ramp program, and one of the coaches told me that I would be able to do pull-ups soon just from watching me. And I did not believe her because I had tried to get a pull-up for a really long time and I had not been able to do one. But it turns out she knew what she was talking about, and it only took me about a month to get my first strict pull-up.
So I got started in CrossFit when Anna invited our whole family out to California and asked us if we wanted to go in and try a CrossFit workout. So I didn't know what CrossFit was, but I liked working out, so we went in and tried it out. And right away I really liked it because I like difficult things, and the first workout was really hard and a lot harder than I expected. And I'm also very competitive, so I got into the competitive side of CrossFit right away, which was really fun. And I think the thing about it that I liked the most, even though that first week trying it out, was the community feel to a CrossFit gym. I remember I think it was really cool that there would be, older people, younger people, people who were really competitive like me, and then people who were just coming in to lose weight and get healthy, and we could all work out together in the same class, and everyone was friends. So I really liked that, and actually like 2 days later, I just decided to sign up and become a coach. So I got addicted like right away. And then from there, Anna ended up moving back here, and we opened up a gym and been doing CrossFit ever since. It's fun.
Hi there, I'm Nate. I love CrossFit. I started CrossFit way back when I was just a wee lad in high school, and Rhoda kind of forced me to do a workout. It was very miserable. I remember the week after, I couldn't feel my lower back at all, couldn't stand up or anything, so that's kind of what introduced me to it. I didn't do it again for a while, if you can understand why. But then I did start doing it again. Rhoda started writing me workouts probably a couple years later when I started college football, so I trained with CrossFit, and that helped a lot. I saw myself being in way better shape than all the other athletes. Like come the start of the season, we'd start 2-a-days and everything, and everybody would be completely gassed by the end of the first day, and I was like, oh, I'm fine, I do CrossFit every day, so this is a breeze. So that was really nice for me. That's kind of like my introduction, why I started it. Then I continued doing it and pursued coaching when Anna told me that she was going to open a gym up in Fargo, North Dakota. I was like, yes, that's exactly where I want to live. So I moved up to Fargo, got my level 1 for CrossFit, started coaching. I've kind of just fallen in love with it. It's really fun seeing members improve, seeing people succeed. Go from, just a beginner not knowing what you're doing to, maybe even a couple months later being able to lift an amount of weight that they'd never even imagine. That's probably one of the most fun things about coaching. Besides coaching, I also started to pursue competitions. I've only done a couple so far. I'm looking forward to doing more this upcoming season. I do enjoy doing the competitions. Our whole family is kind of extremely competitive. So it's really fun getting out there and going up against some other athletes. Here in the gym, there's competition every day. Me and Rhoda basically go head to head every single workout we do. But it's fun getting a little bit more variety, and not getting beat by a girl every day is pretty fun too. What else? I don't know. I like wall balls.
I started CrossFit in 2013. After I graduated from high school, I moved out to California with Rhoda and Anna, and I lived out there for a while. And after we moved out there, Anna had already started going to a CrossFit gym, and so Rhoda decided to go with her because she just wanted to get into it. I did not go because I didn't want to spend the money and I didn't want to work out, basically. But then they'd come home after class and they would blab about it all night long, and I felt very left out because I couldn't participate in any of the conversations. And then I also just started to feel bad about myself because they were all talking about their workouts and I just sat around and, watched TV or whatever. So I was like, well, all right. So I started basically just so I could, just from the peer pressure too, because they just kept telling me to do it. So I did. And I liked it. I remember after my first workout, I was so sore. I couldn't move any part of my body and they made fun of me for it a lot. But then when I moved back to Minnesota, Rhoda started writing workouts for me to do every day at the YMCA. And so basically I was Rhoda's guinea pig for programming, and when she first started, she was absolutely terrible. There was one day she made me do 3 rounds of a 15 factorial of sit-ups and thrusters, which basically means that I had to do 15 sit-ups, 15 thrusters, 14 thrusters, 14 sit-ups, 13 of both, 12 of both, all the way down to 1, and then do that 2 more times. It took me like over an hour. It was miserable. So yeah, she was terrible at programming, but I stuck with it. And I really liked it, both because I didn't feel left out anymore and I just felt better about myself. I felt stronger and more athletic. And so I kept with it, and now here we are. They've opened a gym and it's great. I feel more invested in it than I ever have, and I don't know, it's just something to look forward to every day, no matter how terrible my day was. I always feel better after I've been here.
The reason I do CrossFit, or rather how I got started doing CrossFit, was I started dating this girl, Julia, whose sisters were both very, very into doing CrossFit, and so she also did CrossFit, and she said that I had to do CrossFit with her, and so, since I was her boyfriend, that's what you do. And then I just did it more and more, and I came to like it. I've always been a competitive person, so I take that competitive edge into CrossFit. And now Julia and I are married, and I'm one of the coaches here, and I do a lot of CrossFit now, I guess. And that's why I do CrossFit.
So I started CrossFit. Well, originally I actually didn't want to start CrossFit, but then my sisters are Rhoda and Anna, and my mom bought me a membership and kind of said I had to go because it was like family gym and whatnot. So I was living in Fergus Falls at the time, not in the area, but I would come up with my parents a couple times a week, and I ended up loving it. It was just something that, like, at first I dreaded it, like every day I didn't want to go, but then it slowly came this thing where I was like, I would look forward to it every day, and the workouts are really great, and I love the community of the gym, and especially now, I'll be gone for 3 months for volleyball, and then I come back and everybody's super accepting. They're all like, how's volleyball season, and they're all just super welcoming, and it's really is like one big family, which I think is really important for this gym, especially since it's run by a family, that we just really stress that, like, the relationships that you build at the gym. And then on the side also, the working out is pretty great too. I really like the programming, especially since I'm not good at coming up with workouts that are good specifically for me, whereas CrossFit has really helped me with that and helped me get in shape, and it's just really something that I look forward to every day, and I'm really glad, and that's why I do CrossFit.
Nothing. We got nothing. Bark! Sad day.